and how is everyone doing? Thank you for coming back and supporting my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the community. So today is going to be a little bit different, this video, because I am going to tally up what I've saved in September and in the month of October. I was planning on doing this whole thing, like quarterly, so every 3 months, but I said, I'm a little curious. So let's go ahead and do this. And I really want to start funding my month ahead. So let's go ahead and get things started. I have everything in here. I keep it in a binder because I figured that was an easier way for me to do it. So let's go ahead and start with September, and then we could move on to October afterwards. And then here I have all my envelopes for my month ahead. So let's get things started. I'm going to take out everything. Some stuff you'll see like this because it's in the form of coins, which is our toonies and our loonies. So that's our $2 and our $1 coin. So I'll stick this to the side. Okay, so let's begin. So with this first one, so I'll turn this on. Let's see, there we go. And so this is $10. Actually, what I'm gonna do, give me a second, I'm gonna separate everything. I'm going to separate all the money, and then go from there. So I'll be with you in a sec. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to tally up what we have here, and then we're going to count this, make sure it matches, because it should, but it's worth double checking. And then we would transfer things over into our month ahead. So I could already tell from now that some categories in my month ahead is already going to be fully funded, and that is exciting. So let's go ahead and let's tally this up. So this first one is $12. This next one is $6. Hope you guys could see the calculator. Okay, so that's, and then 12. And keep track with me just to make sure that I haven't gone off rails here. Okay, plus 15. And then this one is plus 10. Plus another 15. Plus another 10. Plus 3. Oops. Plus 12. Plus 13, plus 10, plus 4, plus 20. So we should have $151. Okay, so I'll put this to the side over here, and let's tally this up. Let me get Post-it notes right here. Okay, so our total is 151, and let's see what we have here. So in our $1, it's equals, we have 2. Okay, so let's clear this off. So 2, and then we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So for $2 equals $8 plus 8. Okay, then for our 5s, we have, let's move this to the side, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Plus 90. So we're supposed to be at 100 right now. And then for our tens is 10, 20, 30, 40. So I think I calculated something incorrectly. Let's go back and check. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10. So yeah, so it does come up to 140. I'm wondering if I lent one of my twins or my son $10. I could have. So I would add $10 to this. Give me 1 second. Let me go get that. Okay, so here's another 10. So that was, I owed it, so clearly, plus 10. And now we're at 150. And then I'm missing a loonie. So that clearly, I had an extra loonie when I was condensing, and I'm like, it didn't make sense. So now it makes sense why this loonie was sitting around on my desk. So let's go ahead and let's do this one more time to make sure everything is correct. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. 10 makes it 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 49, 50, and 51. Now we're at 151, which is excellent. So I have my little, I made this. It is not on my Ko-fi or my Etsy yet because I was, findangling with it still. But I will have this up shortly. So you guys would be able to get this. And for September, we have 151. Okay, so let me clear things out and I'll be back. All right, everyone. I don't know what happened, but the video had stopped recording. So now I'm back to re-record the rest of the video. I don't know why this keeps happening. It has happened to a few other videos that I have that I'm going to be uploading, and I made sure that I had enough memory, everything, and it just stops recording. So I have everything out. Let's go ahead and let's calculate all of this together, and let's go ahead and then fund the month ahead binder. Okay, so let's let's not get stressed out. Let's start all over again. Let's do this. So the first one is $5. Then we have another 5. So plus 5. Another 5. Plus yet another 5. Plus 5. And plus 4. Go ahead and keep count with me just to keep me accountable and make sure that, I'm on the right track here. Because, with me, anything could happen. Plus 8, plus 7, plus 8, plus 6, plus 20, plus 24. It's 102. Okay. So this, let's put this away. And then let's count everything. So we have 2 here. Plus 10. And let's count this. I'm not as fast as counting as some others, but as long as we're correct, that's all that counts. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Plus 100. Something is off. It's supposed to be 102. Because I know that's correct. The 102 is correct. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that means when I was separating things, I have put $10 too much on here. Let me just make sure that my other amount is at 151. Hold on one second. Okay, so that's where I made a mistake. When I was separating the money to show you that show you what went wrong, I had taken 10 too much from from September that we had already counted. So let's put this to the side. So let's recount this and make sure it's at 102. So we have our 10 plus we have our 2 plus 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, plus 90, and that's 102. So now that's correct. So the second set, this is 102 plus the 151 from September. So now our total is 153. So I'm going to put the 102 here because that's how much we did in October. So 151 and 102 is 253. That is correct. So let's put that to the side. Let's get our money. Let's make sure that we are at 253. Okay, and then my loonie here, and then we are going to fund our binder. So 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, plus 90, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, plus 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, plus 60 is 253. We're on a roll, folks. So let's go ahead and let's fund our month ahead binder. Let's move this. Okay. So for home insurance, and I have written on the back on a little sticker how much each one I need to fund. So for home insurance, I need to fund $30 in here. So let's start with the smaller amounts. I'm going to eventually condense this. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. So now my home insurance is fully funded. So now let's go to subscriptions. Subscriptions is $30. That's supposed to be in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Subscriptions is now fully funded. For internet, that is 56. So let's fully fund this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 55, and 1 is 56. So now internet is fully funded. and put my loonie in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not keeping all this money in here. I'm going to have it say fully funded. I'm going to print those labels and it would tell me that it's fully funded, but I'm going to be putting it into an account where I get, higher interest than your average account. And so that way I have an account specifically just for the month ahead. So that's where it's going to stay for in case anything happens. I have at least a month of expenses. So cell phone is 80. Let's go ahead and fund that one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 75, 80. Sorry about that. So cell phone is now fully funded. And then for storage I know is 120. Yeah, storage is 120. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 2 will make it 57. So 120 minus 57. So we just need $63 more to then fully fund storage. So this is great because even though it wasn't a huge amount in some terms, it still was enough to fully fund how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4 of my categories, which is excellent. That is exciting. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories left to fully fund. This is amazing. It's been so difficult in the past for me to save, to do a month ahead, emergency fund, all that kind of stuff. But with your help, by keeping me accountable, by being here on this journey with me, it makes it so much easier. And by playing these games, it is phenomenal. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I thank you guys. I thank you for following me along on this journey, for keeping me accountable. And I thank God for helping me to be able to do this. I am so grateful. So this is the amount that I've saved for September and for October. So let me know how you guys have done. You don't have to give me amounts. That's your personal business. But let me know, were you able to fully fund one of your categories? Are you even, doing a month ahead? So let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And I thank you for your support. And I thank you for being a part of this community. And so I will see you guys in the next video. So thank you so much once again. Bye, my friend.